Welcome to another behind the scenes video, and this one is going to be hard. This is going to be very sad. There are things that I need to share with you. There are things that I'm embarrassed to share with you, but we need to get it out. I also need to be very, very careful and very, very respectful because the news that I'm about to share with you, it involves other people who are not here to share their side of the story. So I'm going to do my best. For as long as I've been on this channel, I have been with my partner, Nikki. We have traveled around the world. We have done lots of things. You've seen her on the videos, and I've mentioned her quite often. And for the past almost 8 years, we have had a wonderful life. The countries we have gone to, building out this school bus that I'm living in right now. The two of us have had quite an unusual and enjoyable life. But no good deed goes unpunished, and that's where the sad part of the story comes in. Nikki and I are no longer together. As far as what that means, I'm going to save it for a little bit later in the video because honestly, I'm still trying to process it. Now, I also am not going to be going into the juicy details. Like I mentioned a second ago, she's not around here to offer her side of the story. This he said, she said reality version of what people kind of expect to see on a YouTube video. I'm sorry, but you're not going to get that here. But I will tell you, it feels incredibly surreal. I'm sure just about every single one of you has been through a separation or a breakup, and you've got your own story. This light switch suddenly goes off and instantly everything changes. You sit there and you look around and everything's different and you feel lonely. So part of my future journey is I am going to be sharing some of my details in future videos as far as mistakes that I may or may not have made. And honestly, I'm sure I have made a ton of mistakes, both towards myself and towards others. Obviously, unless I can figure all of that out, there is no path to moving forward. But still, we have to discuss the immediate future. Now, my intention is to continue living in this school bus for at least the next 4, 5, 6 months. Because you see, I have always been in a relationship all throughout my adult life. There has not been a period of time where it's just been Rick. And now I think that's something that I truly need to do. I need to find out who I am and what I can offer. And I think the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is by truly being alone and living a nomadic bus life. You can't really get much more alone than this. Now, as far as Nikki and I, we are calling ourselves separated, but there's no permanent parting of the ways, at least not yet, and maybe not ever. But we have a serious lack of communication. We don't know how to communicate with each other. And speaking for myself, at least, I have been very unhappy and unfulfilled for a very long time now, for reasons of my own and reasons of, I'm not going to get into the reasons, but can't keep going on that path that I was going on. I couldn't stand one more day of going down this road that really had no end. Now, having said all of that, Nikki is and will always be my best friend. I truly want all the best for her, and I thank her deeply for almost a decade of an incredible life that we have put together. And regardless of how this turns out, the memories that I have, they will always be cherished. And while right now I have absolutely zero idea of how any of this is going to turn out, Nikki is and will always remain my family. And I suppose only time will tell what will happen after our separate introspection paths are completed, and if and when we can come back together. But I'll be honest with you, there is a large part of me that is remaining hopeful. Now, me personally, I've got a lot to ponder. I don't actually like myself very much. Yeah, I'm started on this whole nomadic life of traveling around the world and traveling around in a bus, and I'm making a good start on the what and the how. But there are things inside of myself, things that have bled into a relationship, like my anger and my procrastination and my complete impatience with everything. These are things that I really need to work on. I mean, I'm one of those guys that holds emotions in just to keep the peace within a relationship, and then that just leads into festering and resentment, and, well, it leads to where we are now. So I'm going to take however long I need to take to find out who I am and who I can offer somebody. It might be a few weeks, it might be a few months. I mean, I honestly don't know, but until I know who is inside of this body, who is inside of this brain, and who I can offer to somebody, then and only then will I be able to figure out what the true next step forward is for me and for whoever's in my life. Now, it might seem disrespectful to you or to other people that I'm sharing this on a channel, especially since, well, Nikki can't actually come and offer her side of the story, but nothing could be farther from the truth. What I'm trying to accomplish here on this channel and on Patreon and wherever else you happen to find me is my life is an open book. I want to share what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, because I think through my eyes, other people can maybe see some things that are happening to them. And if I can connect with just one person, to connect with their feelings, to maybe offer them an idea, a thought, or just knowing that there's somebody else out there just like them, then maybe I have accomplished something. Maybe I'm doing good. That's my hope anyway. Thanks for watching. Please keep any comments you have respectful, and we will see you soon. The next few months are going to be pretty damn interesting.